What's up guys, Travis here from Outdoors with Travis, and we are going to be surviving the next 48 hours eating only what we can hunt with this bow and arrow and the new SEVR 1.5 titanium hybrid. It is really late in the afternoon already, roughly about 4:30 leading into 5 o'clock. We have about 2 hours left of daylight, and we are about to have the 2 coldest nights of the year, and we're out in the bush. So I rather want to focus on my camp. I want to get my hammock up, I want to collect a ton of firewood, and if there's an opportunity to go out and go get an animal, fantastic. But I have a feeling that we're going to be setting up camp, bunkering down for the night, reserving the calories, reserving the energy, and in the morning we can go and only focus on getting us some food. It's quite a nice opening over here. Just put it through there, and let's give it a little test. As long as it doesn't touch the floor, then I'm happy. Oh yes, that is good. I don't even want to go get firewood or anything. I'm pretty sure just hop in the sleeping bag now, preserve my heat, and just sleep the afternoon and night away. But that's not the goal. Let's go get some wood. I'm going to start with the easy pickings. I'm going to just make a pile nice and close to camp. That's too dry. Yes, there is such a thing as too dry wood. Never underestimate the power of little twigs. This is on the way back to camp, so I'm going to leave it in the middle of the road and keep searching. And there goes my hat. Tell me something. This is why it's so lucky to be in the bush with someone and learn new skills as opposed to always relying on only the ones that you know. So, put this through here. Hook it around the bend. And suddenly the wood that I couldn't even cut through is now a perfect size for the fire. There's absolutely no point of making a fire right now. Honestly, I think between 2-ish in the morning and sunrise, it's going to be absolutely freezing. And if we need a fire just to keep warm, then we can make it. We don't be just using up wood for antics. We should use wood for a real survival scenario, which is you're too cold, you need to purify water, or you need to cook your meat. Let's go through the backpack. Even though it looks gigantic, I can promise you we have almost nothing. I have that handsaw, you've seen me use a bit. I've only got 2 liters of water for 48 hours. My grandfather's jacket that he gave me before he passed away 4 or 5 years ago. Maybe we'll chat about that later, but this is really special to me. And if you are a follower of the channel, you'll see I almost take on every survival hunt. So very special to me. Camera gear, batteries, cables, all that stuff, and a mount for the binoculars. Our slaughter kit, it's a saw, skinning blade and carving blade. So from HME. My microphone cases for charging and all that kind of stuff. A big ass power bank because we need to keep everything that has batteries powered. This is to preserve all my meat, keep it clean, all that kind of stuff if we do get something. So all these plastic bags are to quarter the animal and pack it out. I've actually also brought a cutting board of some sort, so if I do get something and I want to eat, I can just keep the meat clean. A big drop sheet to keep the animal clean while I work it on the ground because it's very dusty and sandy over here. And then some cheesecloth, so if I want to hang the meat up in the tree or something like that and quarter the animal, we can keep it clean. Other than that, now if I tip it upside down, there's absolutely nothing else. Then in the front compartments, obviously I am not hiding anything from you guys. We have another light, a GoPro, some spices to make whatever meat we're going to eat in the bush nice. Probably the most important thing, second to the bow, is some toilet paper. I have a beanie and a balaclava that I like to wear when I hunt. I paint my face and then I wear the balaclava over my neck. And this is kind of like a backup kit. I've got my face paint, a spare torch for my firearm, some cable ties, a little bit of rope. So it's just spares and extras for emergencies more than anything else. And then I do have some rope and a fork because I wanted to live in luxury if I do eat something. That is it, guys. So I mean, if you look at what is going to be helping us be comfortable, we have a sleeping bag, a hammock, and a slaughter kit. Everything else is mostly camera gear or to preserve the meat so we don't let anything go to waste. Right, I definitely want to, hey, another trucker. I definitely want to sleep with my head on the higher side of this little koppie. So I'm going to just get this in properly. Boom. That looks good. There is literally nothing left for us to do other than just relax, conserve our energy. Tomorrow's going to be a big day, but I'll keep you updated about how our night goes. Peace. Alright guys, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. It's absolutely freezing. And we have at least another 2 hours before the sun comes up, 2.5 hours. So we are going to make a nice warm fire. There we go. We got fire, baby. Okay, get our baby sticks on. About an hour till sunrise, or an hour till the sky's light, and then probably another hour and a half till sun. It is about to be sunrise. The sky's nice and light, but the sun hasn't broken the horizon yet. Gonna get some face paint on, get our cameras on, get some gloves on, get the bow ready, and by then it should be light enough to get in the bush, start hunting. I don't normally wear gloves, but I don't feel like painting my hands, and I did shoot with these in the week and I was just fine. Treason early season gloves, so nice and thin, doesn't affect anchor points or the feel on the bow or torque on the bow. So gonna give them a go, but like I said, tested them in the week and so far so good. That's it. Check that. It's like a little cat. That's fresh. That was last night. It's on top of my footprint from yesterday. If the fresh poop isn't a dead giveaway, the fact that the ground is still wet shows that we are probably within the last hour or so of what looks like wildebeest. Dude, there was just blood everywhere. Slipped it down the back. One's standing right there, doesn't even know we're here. I'm worried about the blood trail because I shot nice and high. Dude. This shot looked good. I put it right into the vitals, just to the side of the neck. I'm shaking. I heard it hit the rocks. The horns hit the rocks in the river. Let's go find this animal, guys. I'm literally shaking. We literally, oh, you okay? We literally shot over this river at an impala over there, 30 yards. Unfortunately, you guys don't see it on camera because there was just too much forest, but I just checked the blood, absolute pump out the front. That impala was just behind this rock because I remember seeing it in front of his hooves. He was roughly, yeah, I can see the dirt kicked up here, and he absolutely pounced. I don't know if he went that way, but let's look for some blood. Right, guys, we've got some blood here. It's already dried because I always give about 20 minutes or so before I start tracking down an animal. Check at this, guys. Still wet, pumping over here. We've got blood on the tree over here. We've got a ton of blood over here. Starting to paint a fuller picture. We got more blood here at my feet, bloody leaf over here. We got blood over here. Let's see, did he jump this tree or did he go under it? And that's why his horns, he went underneath, and that's why it made so much noise. This is what his horns hit. So his horns didn't hit the rocks. He hit this tree. Okay, we got more blood on this tree. You can actually check how he disrupted the leaves here. We got blood over here, blood down here. Okay, he went down into the river. Or we could, oh, check, I see blood on the rocks. Check, I see it there on the floor. Oh, ton of blood, guys, ton of blood. And we didn't lose our SEVR, even better. I just want to say to SEVR, that broadhead is ready to be folded back into place and shot again. There's not a single ding on the deployable blades, and those new bleeders on the hybrid are exactly the way I left them when I put them in the quiver. That is just beautiful. Just always got to be finding the next tree to grab onto. This was a bit nerve-wracking. As much as I'm like, I've done that exact same shot before, what I failed to remember was with James, owner of Southwest Holsters, I did make that exact same shot. But because you're hitting all the top of the vitals and he had to run uphill and everything, you don't get a lot of blood. And we pretty much lost the blood trail completely as we get up on this kopje. And it literally felt like the ghost of the bush or something guided me. I was just like, I'm gonna walk and I have a feeling I'm gonna find it. And 60 yards in the bush, we're going to take you now through all these windy and turns. I was just walking and letting my instincts guide me, and boom, walk straight into him. Let's go get him. And here he is. What? Like, how did I walk this path, the most random path, and come straight into him? Right, let's get him out of here and show you guys what's happened. Nice ram. Oh my word, look at that exit wound. The arrow didn't fall out. It went through. You know, it looked like the fletch was sticking out though, but I mean, this is incredible. We got him. The reason why we are actually here is to see what that SEVR 1.5 titanium did. Look at this. Just absolutely devastating. The skin kind of sealed it, because now when I shot him and then he stands upright, boom, kind of seals the wound, which explains why we didn't get a lot of blood. Okay, I just want to get him into a nice open spot to take some photos, and then the hard work actually begins. I'm busy dragging it, feel something poke my finger. Have a look what this broadhead took on, still penetrated all the way through. Absolutely devastating wound channel. Check what it did to its horn, because obviously we got a bit of a ricochet on that horn. I don't know if you guys saw in the slow motion. An absolute clean cut, as if this was paper. Just a clean cut right through the horn. We have no time to lose. It's actually quite a hot winter's day. The nights are flipping cold, but the days are hot. So I think it is time to start slaughtering. And we want to use gravity. We don't want to slag him uphill. We want to slag him downhill. Check at this, guys. Broadhead hit his leg as well. That thing went in, and into his leg. I was hoping to find that. And the lighted knock is still on. There we go, guys. It is got everything out. Let's just give it a little bit of a drain. I've honestly always wanted to do this, and we probably got about a 1K track back to our camp. I'm going to turn this Impala into a backpack. I don't think this is 100% the correct way to do it, but for someone that's pretty much self-taught in most of this stuff, I am figuring it out. Johan is helping me with my bow. That's very nice of him, and maybe it's a little bit of cheating, but let's get this back to camp and let's process it. Here we go, guys, and funny enough, the work still hasn't begun. We have bagged and tagged everything. We completely got carried away. We have not even collected firewood, and we still need to prepare that meat, but I'm willing to do that in the night. We got a light, we can do it, but I don't want to be walking the bush at night looking for firewood. So just get some firewood, stash up for the night. But now we are cooking tonight, and we'll probably get cold in the morning, so we have to have enough firewood to cook tonight and keep us warm that 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning just before sunrise. Brought all this wood to the entrance of our camp and just did a couple of loads. We found an old dry stockpile of wood that tree fellas or someone must have left behind, and we are 1000% capitalizing on the easy work because we are exhausted. We are 100% just taking a bit of a break. catching our breath. Probably take about 20 minutes or so. Watch the beautiful sunset. And then we'll get working on that meat, making a fire, all that stuff. But we are absolutely knackered. I'm hungry. Oh my word. 3 strikes, guys. 3 freaking strikes. I'm going to just put that on there straight away. Okay guys, okay, it's now later in the night. We've got to watch the video over and over and over, and we realized we didn't get a full pass through. But what we did realize is that tree that we were saying that he went under and there was so much blood, that, and we then down in the river we found the broken arrow that was a full pass through. What we realized is when he went under that tree and that arrow is sticking out, it must have hooked on the tree and just shoved the arrow all the way in, forcing it to snap. So we found the fletch inside the impala. And then we found the arrow on the floor, meaning it came out his stomach. So the tree assisted us there, but we still had a fantastic shot, still destroyed the vitals, and he was going to die either way. But him panicking and going under that tree just caused a lot more devastation. I'm going to do one large fillet, and then we're going to put the rack of ribs so we can kind of like just pick around the bones straight on the fire as well. Off the bone. Let's just make sure when this breaks loose. There we go. Okay, so now we've got our big, beautiful piece of fillet. Then we must just take the sinew off on this side. And then we've got a big rack of ribs as well, that we will just kind of peck off as it cooks. Been waiting patiently for this fire to become ready, and we are going to put this straight onto the coals. Hey, that's looking good. Right, let's see if this is at least close to being done or not. Let's not go drop it on the ground. Moment of truth. Hasn't been on for that long, but the fire is very hot, so I just want to see where we're at. Perfectly pink in the middle, and I would say that's a medium cook. I think we're ready to eat, guys. Let me just cut this big piece open and make sure that it's absolutely perfect. Let's eat. This is literally what we have worked so hard for. This looks absolutely delicious. Let's go for it. I don't know what we've done. We actually cooked another piece of meat just before this video that was on that stick for the thumbnail, and it doesn't taste like a wild animal. Only hunters know this, but venison meat, wild game meat, always has a very irony and distinct taste. This was living about 5 hours ago, and it literally tastes like it's been bought off the shelf. That's the taste of victory. we really don't care if this succeeds or not. I'm purely just trying it because I mean that's how you learn. That's how I've learned a lot of this stuff. We're gonna just try these ribs straight on the coals. I think this might just be done. It's super thin. No need to overcook it. Don't even know how I'm going to cut it, but I think it's going to be delicious. I'm really struggling, and I don't think I'm going to be able to separate these without messing it up and dropping this on the floor. So I'm actually just going to cut the meat straps, or the meat strips, out of here. Nice piece of meat here. Not as nice as the steak, but in a survival situation, delicious. We've really enjoyed this Impala, guys. We are almost on 2 days of no food, so this went down really well. We're going to just make sure this fire is safe. We're going to hop in the sleeping bags and get some well-deserved sleep. It's 5:30 in the morning. It is absolutely freezing. We couldn't bear it anymore. We climbed out of bed, made a fire, and we're going to ride this out until sunrise. And one final sip of water before we head back to civilization. And the sky is lighting up. We are almost there. We're packing out now, and by the time we get out, we'll officially be in the bush for 48 hours. What an awesome 2 days it's been, from highs and lows, hungries and tummies full. Just an incredible experience. I'm really happy with the shot, and I really enjoyed that SEVR titanium hybrid broadhead. I had a lot of faith in it. I took a risky shot, but I knew it could execute it with the arrow build that I worked on so hard in the week, and everything just panned out. Training with the right equipment will always lead to success. We appreciate you guys watching. Much love. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed, like if you haven't liked, comment if you haven't commented, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.